Okay, we're back with Rob's story
Part
of
two.
dating, part 2 of however many.
Part 2 of 2.
I think this could be a few here, because I want to know. I want to dig deep. Although you're not saying anything that I don't already know, per se, but it's more like, just like you said, going over it is quite therapeutic. It brings some stuff up.
Yeah.
I guess it's, I kind of knew a lot of this stuff in the beginning of our relationship, and so now, 14 years on, hearing it again, and you're in a different place now, I'm in a different place now, so I'm finding it quite interesting.
Yeah, it's funny because even just going through the first one is making me think about the conversations I need to have, or we need to have with our boys as well.
Definitely, if at 11 years old.
At the appropriate times, and obviously there's at least one of them that I know that is kind of like little sweet boy at school and that kind of stuff. So going through that process with them, for me, as in what I lacked and what I didn't have growing up, how do I create that for my home and for my boys to be that dad that's accessible, that's not going to tease too much, that's not going to kind of ask too many intrusive questions, but kind of create that space for them to be comfortable to ask about relationships and about our relationship as well to a certain degree. Obviously, do we ban them from YouTube so they can hear all of our stuff, but when they're at the appropriate time, we'll
Okay.
we'll do that.
All right. So we left off last time with you mentioning the word love.
I don't remember
You
that.
had your heart.
Me. I said love.
You said love. You had your heart. Can we say
No,
broken?
I didn't say that. We didn't go there.
Affected.
We didn't go there, yeah.
Impacted.
Impacted. Shaped. Molded.
Shaped, molded.
Yeah.
From your first
girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to do anything, like say anything off key, but I'm quite confident that was my first girlfriend. I don't think, plus I'm not going to have any ex-girlfriends like from when they were 12, 13 saying, oh, what, you forgot about me? That's not going to happen. But I'm just, from memory.
That was your first.
That my first notable heart moment. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can agree on that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. So, you said love. How, from that relationship ending the way that it did and leaving you feeling the way that you felt, how did your, successive relationships look? How did they...
Successive? You mean, okay, the ones after. Not successful, but successive. Yeah.
But successive relationships in the sense of, you obviously continued dating, but it may have, that sort of reshaping of your heart may have caused you to be a slightly different character or person in those relationships.
And I think my relationships were governed a lot by my peers, my peer groups.
Okay.
And the circles that I was in.
Yeah.
I think obviously changing school, secondary school we spoke about, coming out, I went to all boys school for the last 2.5 years of school.
Of secondary school.
So
at age, 13?
Yeah, 13
to 15,
yeah.
13 to 16. Yeah.
And then I suppose being around guys more in that sense, because again, coming from an all-female environment, building male relationships has been a struggle.
Yes.
Growing up.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So I had probably a couple of best friends who we played around with and that kind of stuff at home and around my area where I grew up, kind of thing. But then after that, building best friend relationships wasn't natural for me because I wasn't always around guys. It wasn't natural, comfortable for me to be around guys a lot.
Yeah.
So growing up, I suppose I've then birthed some friendships and that kind of stuff that are still friends and people that I spend time with now, here and there. I suppose that kind of opened up a whole new level of social groups.
Yeah.
Went to all boys school next to all girls school. So building your school, building those kind of friendships and new people, new areas, that kind of stuff. So forming independent relationships, i.e. not friends of friends who are in circles. Actually just approaching girls in that sense to just chat to them and check them or exchange numbers. That was a whole new experience.
How would that happen? Was that like in clubs and parties or just walking down the street, at the bus stop?
Wherever, man. I think it's just what you do. Growing up, that's what I did in my
How do you, you see a girl you like at a bus stop or walking down the street or wherever.
Yeah.
How do you approach them? What do you say?
The thing is, sometimes I suppose it varies. Trust me, I'm no expert on this. So this is not like a tick box exercise. Trust me.
And you will discover this when we talk about how we got together.
Discover what?
You know your game wasn't tight.
Oh my days.
Your game
you better delete that because that's anyway, people that know it. You know it. So
you'll judge for yourself when we get to that bit. You know your game wasn't tight.
Alright, let's not go
okay.
there. That's another video.
All right.
For me, it was about just eye contact,
Okay.
Again, that I think initially that was my intro. That I would never just. That's not me. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm quite reserved.
Yeah.
So I would never just see somebody that I was like, and be like, oh yeah, what's going on? Let's chat, blah blah. That's not me.
No.
There has to be some kind of opening. You've got to give me some indication, some sign language or something, or just tell me blatantly you like me. Because the situation I've been in as a younger guy, because I was oblivious to signs and that kind of stuff, where someone was saying to me, this girl blatantly like she's been telling you from time, and I'm like, what, really? Kind of thing.
You didn't see it.
And I think a lot of the time that grew into playing ignorant, and I suppose being a bit, how can I describe it? Trying to be a bit smart. So girls that I knew I would liked me, I would just play it cool. Not treat them mean, but
is
play
this
it
the
cool.
reactive thing coming into play again? Like just waiting to see what happens, and then you'll respond to
because
them.
It's a gamble, and I think going back to rejection, and I don't think I've necessarily experienced rejection family-wise or growing up.
Yeah.
But I think that experience of that how it felt, I'm not going there again.
The experience of the first girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm not going there again. I'm not going to put myself out there for a girl to be like, oh, then it's that whole my response.
Even in that first, when you first see them or meet them and you talk to them and they say, no, sorry, does that feel as bad?
Not really, because again, it's a safety net. You calculate your chances of success. So if you've looked at me and you smiled, that means okay, cool. There's some kind of neutral something or whatever. And if you look back again, or you get me, then it's just about doing your research. If you know someone you see on a regular basis, then you strike up conversation, and it leads from there. And it could lead to friendship, and it could lead to more.
Right.
Kind of thing. And I suppose that's kind of again because my circle of friends was quite big, so we'd go places and we'd go out and we'd not draw attention, but because there was loads of us, all kind of nice guys, kind of just calm and just like on a good vibe. I think that was kind of something that was a comfort blanket. So in that circle, we'd then meet friends of friends, and one of my friends would meet somebody.
Groups of guys and groups of girls.
Yeah, and link up, and that's how it was back in the day. Yeah. That's how it was, And I think your confidence grew from there, and the more engagement relationships you have in that sense of just friendships kind of thing.
Did you ever have a situation where there was a group of guys, a group of girls, and you'd seen a girl and you liked her, but then your friend stepped to her?
Yeah, those things happen.
And then you just say, well, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's happened before. Yeah, definitely. And I think I suppose you do your calculations. I suppose you look at your group of guys, and certain guys you roll with who you know, like a sweet boys. And these guys are always going to be the guys that are going to go and approach a group of girls who don't care about rejection or whatever, and they'll go and you just kind of be part of the crew, innit? So your friend would always be that guy who will just boom and talk to a group of girls, and then you just kind of from there
moving on his
just have a conversation and just start the friendship, and that's how it was really. So I think that kind of still again that rejection and that kind of my mindset was like, right, cool, we'll go into this friendship relationships, but this heart situation ain't really going to happen like that. Definitely not.
Did you have situations where you were dating girls and they would tell you that they loved you, or that they would show you better, and would you respond, or would you hold back?
No. You say you love you. You say whether you mean it or not is another thing. You say
like, I never did.
Okay, sorry.
You just say like everyone would just naturally respond.
All right. So
so you just say it back, even if you didn't feel it.
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Because I think for me, as an individual, I like to be liked.
Yeah.
So just how I am as an individual is that, because it's changed now, but then I didn't want anybody to think I was a bad guy.
That hasn't changed.
But then the lengths I would go to do that.
Okay.
So not breaking up with a girl.
Okay.
But it would just fizzle out, and I'd be distant and not say, look, you know what, this is my situation, I'm not really feeling it anymore. Or I would just allow it to fizzle out, where she would be like, you know what, I'm done. Or this is done now. And I'd be like, okay, right, cool, I can...
That's a lot of effort, right?
It was, yeah, but again...
And drawn out. I mean, how long would it take for her to say, you're just...
But it wasn't even, I don't know, waste my time about that. Yeah, I would say, I don't know, it's hard to put into words, because I think for me, in my mindset and the things that I was involved with, in that sense, it wasn't like my friends, and the mandem was more of a priority than relationships.
Right. So you weren't spending a lot of time
with them. So it was either if you live somewhere else, it would be just contact and link up and do stuff, kind of go out, and the relationship, like long distance relationship, for physically, but also emotionally as well.
Okay. In
that sense. So because I love being around my guys, the mandem, that kind of stuff, football, and the things we used to all do together, probably, and I would say countless relationships that I was in broke down because I was more committed to my friends and wanted to be around them so much more than kind of females in that sense. Yeah. And because we were getting our group was involved with females as well, so it wasn't like female company was lacking. Yeah. So you get me? So in that sense, for me, like again, because I didn't grow up with guys, when I formed a large group of friends, that was my they were everything.
Yeah,
you get me.
That was now developing you.
Yeah, as a guy, just being around guys and just kind of constantly. So that was kind of something that I was drawn towards, massive, huge amount. My man, the guys were everything in that sense. So and that shaped a lot of my relationships as well. So
So when you started to see, or should we call it dating? The other girls. Were there lots of girls that just, you'd spend time with them and it wouldn't work and you'd move on and blah blah and that, or did you have, longer term relationships that you invested in more?
Yeah, I think there was.
Spent time with. Were there ones that were going somewhere, and then suddenly it was obviously didn't? Because,
I think it's difficult to go into too much detail, but I think for me, again, not seeing many committed relationships, faithful relationships, and not having that guidance around the consequences of not being or being unfaithful and that kind of stuff. I think growing up, especially being in the comfortable around females, I would just not fall into situations, but because of circumstances and environment, the way that I was, kind of thing, I think I got into relationships, physical, sexual relationships, friendships that turned into physical relationships because of my makeup, because of my background and that kind of stuff. I.e. not being disciplined enough to avoid situations that I knew weren't long term, not being disciplined enough to know boundaries and what you do and don't do in relationships, kind of thing. So I was unfaithful on a number of occasions that probably in situations where it could have been so easily avoided. I suppose going back to my past, I would say, again, by no means was I any kind of player in that on that level kind of thing, but I just done dumb stuff. Just done dumb stuff that I regret, a lot of stuff that I regret, emotions that for myself and for other people that got hurt as well. And it was just, I was young, definitely, but still old enough to know better.
So I remember you sharing at one of the courses that we did, the rooted courses, and you got quite upset really because the thought of knowing that you'd hurt some of these girls, and if you'd made different decisions, then maybe the outcome would have been different. But you feel that you're still kind of living with that. You still carry a bit of that.
I think it will never leave me. I think it will never leave who I am as an individual, kind of thing, because those situations, some of them shaped where I am now. Now, I praise God for the end where I've ended up, kind of thing, but it could have been such a different story, And I think for me, I definitely carry regrets. I definitely, again, like, it's difficult to put into words, definitely. I think there's definitely along the path, decisions that some people say I wouldn't change the past. No, I would change.
Would you?
I would definitely, 100%, I would change some of the past stuff, but it shaped me to who I am now. So I can't, how do you mix that? But there's definitely regrets. There's definitely regrets. So.
Did you ever get an opportunity, or did you ever wish there was an opportunity for you to say to those people, I'm sorry, I messed up?
The circumstances would have to be so right, because I wouldn't want anybody to think that I would think that they're carrying something, or you see what I mean? Because we're talking old news. We're talking 20 plus years ago. In some situations. So I wouldn't want them to think that I would be saying, "Oh, you're still stuck at that place," and I'm sorry.
No, I mean, back then, did you ever get a chance to say to them, "I'm sorry for"?
Probably not. No. Probably not.
Would you have wanted to, or would you rather just kind of leave it, walk away, and hope that?
But I suppose at that time, it's that reliving that experience again and going through it again, and digging up old stuff. And I think we all got past. We all got a past in that. But like I say, when I got married, when we met, I didn't feel worthy of marriage. I didn't feel worthy to be happily married. Because of the past decision that I made. So for me, that still is something that's with me. Definitely, I still thank God every day for you and for us, and for His grace, kind of thing, to be able to mature me. And I'm still maturing. There's still stuff and decisions that I make. I'm thinking, come on, do better, kind of thing. But I know now I've got too much to lose. Than to make them kind of silly mistakes. Not even on that level, but just mentally and emotionally, just not to do silly stuff, really. So.
Okay. So that takes us kind of, I guess that covers your dating, teen, 20s stage. and now we move on, which is going to have to be part 3 because of time, but we move into you now become a Christian.
Okay.
And what that means for your dating and relationship life. You're scratching. Yeah. Okay. So we'll come back with that one, I think, because we'll give that a bit of time to see the transformation.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and keep it shorter next time as well. I'm going to not go into too much detail.
Do we keep it shorter? Do they want to know?
Yeah.
That's the thing. So so we'll come back on the next part with dating as a Christian.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm ready for that.
All right. So we'll see you guys next time.
Yes.